Hello and welcome back. So guys, in this class I'm just going to teach you some more interesting things about the Bootstrap. Actually, I'm just going to copy, or actually I'm not copying right now. I'm just copying the panel. Okay, so there isn't any panel, so I have to create the new one. So there, just after the column, after this one, I'm just creating the new one. Here I'm just putting the same class. Okay, I'm applying the Collapsible there, and there inside this one I'm just creating another div with another class. So there I'm just creating the panel group. Okay, I'm just creating the panel group first. Inside the panel group I'm just creating the div which we want the panel. Okay, now which style do you prefer? I'm just typing the panel default style. I'm just going inside this panel, and then first of all I'm just gonna create the class. Okay, so there it should be the panel heading, and just inside the panel heading I'm again doing the same thing, like using the h4, adding the h4. I can add h3, h2, or whatever I prefer, no matter. Just for the subheading, the h4 is the best way according to the Bootstrap, just for mentioning that this is a subheading. So there, a title. Oh, wait for a while. Cover that. There I'm just typing the panel header, save, and then there adding the href. Okay, hash, and then I'm just going down just after the panel heading for now. Okay, there, and creating a new div here with the specific class of the panel collapse, and then the collapse only. Okay, now going inside and creating the UL. I think you like this. You will like what I'm just creating. It's really interesting. Another class here, the list group item. Okay, now the interesting thing is inside the panel collapse. Okay, we are not creating the body, but directly we are just creating the list group. This is the interesting thing is I'm just gonna teaching you. Okay, now this is really perfect. Definitely we are not adding the panel group, panel body, directly just creating the list group. And there in the first one I'm just typing home, the article, the softwares, the technology, whatever you just think you can type there. Then what more do you want to hide? Here I'm just creating the div again, and then the footer. Footer is not necessary. If necessary you can create, if not then just leave this. And then the last thing is, that we have to add the ID here, or first of all just add the class, the data toggle, and there the collapsible. Okay, the collapse, and there the COLL7, and there I'm just going to this div and adding the ID as col7. Save and go to the browser, refresh, click there, it's hidden, click there back, it's visible. So I hope you understood. Actually here we should change the name of the panel header to group header. Now refresh, you can see that it's looking really perfect, but there is a little problem I'm just getting, that data toggle, everything is clear. Oh, collapse, the spelling mistake, that's why. Refresh now. When I just click there, it's visible. When I just click back, it's really fine. So now the last thing which I'm just teaching you in this class is to creating the accordion. Accordion is a really interesting feature of the Bootstrap. We have to create the accordion. If we just want to create the accordion, we have to use the JavaScript, but now we do not need to use the JavaScript because we can do this in the Bootstrap. with using some simple classes. So add just another class and then the class call md4 and then going inside this and then creating another div here, and then there adding the specific class, the panel group. Okay, actually how I'm just creating the accordion and what is the accordion actually, I'll just guide you about the accordion. Actually the panel group, you know that when I just add the panel group, that means I'm just gonna add multiple panels. So definitely I'm just adding multiple panels, and in the accordion we can collapse each panel each time. Okay, you will see yourself when we just create. So there the first panel is there, class panel default, and then inside this I'm just adding a tab and then just adding a div here. Okay, and adding in a space and the class. So now I'm just adding the panel heading. Okay, after the panel default, this is the panel heading, and again the same things, you know, that I'm just gonna create the h4 and there the a hyperreference, at this time the hash, then I'll just put the data which is required. So by the way, then what more needed, I'll add the extra elements later on, definitely we need. Here is the a tag, I'm just putting the head 1. Okay, so then what I'm just doing, just after the panel heading, I'm just pressing enter and adding another div, and there the class panel and then the collapse. Okay, so collapse, save this. Well, I'm just adding the in as well. The meaning of in is I just want this one panel is to be open when I just refresh. It means by default it will be open. So by the way, I'm just going inside this panel and then how much data you just want to put inside the collapsible. So actually I just want the, wait for a while, yes, the panel body. What the hell is happening with me? Body. Now here I'm just typing this is the panel 1 body, save, and then what more you want there? Well, just leave this here, no need to add the footer as well. So where is the ending tag of this panel? Here is it. After this I'm simply copying the previous one, okay, pasting there. Right now I'm just creating 2 panels, okay, and now let's just start making it an accordion. So first of all, this is the whole panel. I'm just adding some spaces because I just don't want to confuse you. However, this is really easy to understand and to apply. So there I'm just adding any specific ID here, ACCORDION, just for clearing the ID that this is an accordion. And now this is the class and this is the a tag. You know about the a tag? So there what I'm just gonna do is, here we have to add a new thing, data parent, okay, accordion, data parent accordion, and I'm just copying the data parent accordion. I just have to paste this data parent. Okay, this is a new thing, just clearing that what is the parent of this a tag. The parent, the main parent is this, and the ID of this parent is accordion. So there I just mentioned the same ID. So the data parent is there, I'm just pasting this data parent there as well, paste it, save. Now however, how much you create new panels here inside this group, you have to paste the data parent and then the same ID which is the parent's ID you have to mention. Now let's just make each of them. So first of all, this one, so there I'm just creating any specific ID. Now this is, I'm not talking about the parent, okay, I'm just creating any specific ID here. So COLL 8. Okay, why I'm just typing 8 here? Because I just created a lot of collapsibles. That's why it's number 8 or number 7 something. By the way, there as the hash call 8. Okay, that's done. Now going there and the call 9, going there and adding another ID. So I hope you understood the logic, which is really simple to understand. Call 9. Now I'm just clearing you again. This is the panel. Just suppose this is a single panel which I just created as the collapsible. Okay, so what I just did there, this is the ID. I just linked this collapsible panel with this by adding this ID. Okay, perfect. Then what more I did, I just created another panel here, and then this is the ID and this is the link of the ID with the link tag. Perfect. The A tag, which is actually the link. So there the data parent should be same. For after inserting the data parent, we just created the accordion. So then the last thing which is necessary, the data toggle. Okay, add in space, and there I'm just doing the collapse. I'm just clearing you that I just want to collapse. Copy this one, paste there, save, and go to the browser and refresh. Now this one or this one, well, yeah, this is working perfectly, but when I just refresh, it's not working perfectly. That means there is some kind of mistake in the spelling or something. Okay, what is the mistake I'm just doing? You know that this is the collapse I just mentioned in, that means it should be open by default, but why it should as well remove from that one. Now refresh. When I just click there, the first one has been removed. This is the collapsible, the accordion actually. I'm just copying this one, the panel again, and pasting there. Now the call 10, and you know that the call 10 again, save and refresh. Now this is looking super perfect. Actually, we just created the accordion with collapsible end panels and a lot of things. So guys, in the next class we'll learn some more things. Stay tuned and goodbye.